Good morning, everybody, and welcome to TRS Live. I am your host, Matt Trotz, and I am live overlooking the storefront of the Real Shot, the sales floor. And you know what? It's an exciting time right now. We are just coming off of a hot Lake Winnebago H2H event. Father's Day is coming up. There's a lot of cool things happening right now, so I'm here to save you a bunch of money on TRS Live. So I know I have 4 great products that are coming forth for you today, and a couple of them are meant for the trollers with some, rod reel combinations that you could put together. Then there's some baits that could also be a part of that. And then we're going to flip-flop and we're going to go over to the bass fishing world as well and talk about some plastics from Berkeley too. So while you're here on TRS Live this morning, first of all, good morning. Hopefully you got your cup of coffee, got a great breakfast in, and are ready to start your day. Remember, follow along on our social media pages, the Real Shot social media pages, obviously TRS Live here, Fixed TV as well. So, quick reminder, if you are a Fixed TV subscriber or are curious about what a Fixed TV subscriber looks like or how you can become one, you can go to Fixed TV. But if you are a Fixed TV subscriber, you got $5 credit coming to your account every month once you sign up at therealshot.com. So if you haven't seen that information yet, there's a frequently asked questions portion of it. There's an email listed on there. Reach out to that. Get yourself that $5 credit, because right now, today, might be a perfect opportunity. And remember, that's every month you get a $5 credit. So what you're going to do is you're going to pay $5.99 a month, and that's where you can watch Head to Head, The Guided Life, The Jay Jacobs Show. So many great shows are going to the Fixed TV platform. But then you're going to get a $5 credit, so really you're paying 99 cents. And then if you refer friends on the Fixed platform, you'll get some free viewing as well for up to a couple of different months if they subscribe to Fixed TV as well. So there's a bunch of savings on the Fixed platform. And then today we have a bunch of savings going into today's show as well. So again, thanks everybody for watching. Let's get right into our first product. So you can see in front of me, I have some reels here. These are some line counters from Okuma, and on your screen right now is a bunch of information where you can go to therealshot.com and enter in the codes, and you can see the prices that you're going to save, and then that's going to take you right to this very first product. So the very first product that we got going on today is the Okuma cold water trolling reel. This is the silver. It's the CW203D. Very, very popular reel for Great Lakes, for walleye, for a bunch of different trolling applications. But the cool thing for us here at the Real Shot is we get to play with a bunch of this cool stuff and get to talk to the factory reps. And we might have a TRS employee coming up here today to really talk more in depth about some of the great products from Okuma that you're looking at, in this particular case, the 203D. So right now is the time. Trolling is fired up. If you watched Head to Head last week, you saw a majority of the anglers that succeeded into the grade 8 were trolling. A lot of them are using the great Okuma products in their boats. And this is a great time to take advantage of some of these great prices that you have. So this reel normally retails in at $120, and we're going to sell it to you for $99. Now, there's windows of opportunity to take advantage of these savings. So you may see it today, that may be gone tomorrow. So do not wait on these sales. Go ahead, add it to your cart. Maybe not buy just one, maybe buy 2, 3, 4. Father's Day is coming up this very week, and I know the Real Shot's got some awesome savings online and in store. So maybe this Okuma 203D cold water reel is one that you're going to want to add to the arsenal. So let's give a little brief history of Okuma. So Okuma's been in the business since 1986, and they are a global leader in design and manufacturing of rods and reels, quality products, and they have some great warranties that go along with it. Plus, the cool thing is our staff here at the Real Shot really truly believes in the Okuma products. So if you do have any more in-depth questions that maybe I didn't answer today for you here on TRS Live, reach out to Nick Schneiderwent, reach out to Tyson Hansen, Mike Williams. There's a bunch of people here at the Real Shot that can help answer your questions a little more in depth if I don't get to them today. My goal today is to kind of highlight this reel, and then you get it in your hand and you need some setup. If you need some spooling of these reels, because they can handle copper, they can handle lead core. There's a bunch of applications that maybe when you bring this reel back into the reel shop, they'll help you out with, or your other local tackle facility. So you can see on the screen here, that's what we're looking at. Again, it's the Okuma cold water trolling reel, the CW203D, and that code that you're going to want to enter onto your the search tab at thereelshot.com is OCW-TRS. So let's talk a little bit about this reel. So this reel comes in a variety of different sizes. The one in particular, again, is the 203D. Now this is a right-handed retrieve reel. So it's got a big old ergo grip on this thing. That's the first thing that I noticed when I grabbed this reel, is this knob, this Okuma fancy knob here, is super, super big. So I know when my rod goes, or my board goes, or my downrigger, or my dipsy, whatever the heck it may be, when that baby goes, I can grab this reel, and once it's attached to the proper rod, and maybe I got something for that coming up here, but I get on this and I can have a sturdy grip. I actually had the opportunity to do a little fishing last night, and the first thing I noticed about these smaller, on my regular bait casting rods, is I almost missed a fish because I couldn't find the grip right? In a panic set, you know, you can't, the one thing you want to do is find that grip in a proper place. This big old aluminum handle on this Okuma is super, super nice. You can see here too, as I'm going to try to demonstrate it, they have a star drag to set the proper tension, depending on what you got going on. You got your tensioning knob right here. We have a bunch of nice things about this reel. But the other thing too, as I'm holding onto this reel, this thing is very lightweight for the very durable build of this reel. This reel is meant to handle the day in and day out abuse that the salmon fishermen use, all those Great Lakes fishermen can use. So I mean, this thing can handle your day-to-day abuse. So it's got a great 1-year warranty. This is a manufacturer's warranty. So if this is something you purchased through TRS Live today, or if you're in store at the Reel Shop, they're going to probably recommend that it's got to go back to the manufacturer, but work that out with the staff there. I mean, a lot of times we want to get you back on the water, so we'll work some stuff out for that. But, you know, very, very smooth. A big old on-off knob here for you to let your drag click solid. You can really feel it. And the cool thing is for me, right, like they're even making it simple here. They have off and they have it on up here, so you know exactly when it's on and when it's off. So in a panic situation, when you got 2 or 3 rods going off, they make it real simple for you. And then if you watch a lot of head-to-head, you know, we love this. That clicker, baby. Captain Clicker, where you at? So that's really nice with that knob there. You can hear the drag spewing, and then you can set it so if fish goes off, it could be this guy, or as soon as you get a handle on it, go ahead and start reeling again really smooth. Big star drag with up to 7 pounds or a kg of maximum drag output is what you're going to get right here. And then Aaron, while you're still here, let's see if we can bring it in here. So what we have here on your line counter is they have a very nice switch right here that's going to get you precision. So all these Okuma cold water reels are calibrated at the Okuma factory. So you get maximum in precision. And this is line counters in feet. So what you see right here, this is meant to be in feet. So I'm trying to show you. There we go. The other thing they did here with this window is they call it the clear view technology. There's actually an anti-fogging process that happens in here. So on those days, if this reel were to get wet or some moisture in the air, this is going to help really keep that clean and clear of any fog that may go on, any moisture. So you can definitely see that. And I'll turn it here. And again, I'm doing my best. But here's that big old clicker, that big old switch right here. So you know that's super nice too. It's not a small button, easy to use. I mean, they really thought of a lot when they started building this Okuma cold water reel. This is the 203D. Remember, this is a right-hand retrieve. And there's like 50 of these in stock right now, but at the price you see on your screen right now, that's not going to last. So the other thing too here is you have a 5-to-1-to-1 gear ratio on this reel. It features, we talked about the powerful star drag on the side. Dual anti-reverse system, so they make that really smooth for you as well. You can look at this. Now right here is one other one here. I'm going to try to show you. Right here, they call this the wide mouth, and let me see if I can reel that so you can see that a little better. Right there as it hits against my sweatshirt. Right in here, you can see, look at how wide that line groove is. So if you're running a copper or you're running a transition, you have a line to line, this right here is wide. So it can allow for that line to pass through and not get all bunched up or not be an issue. I mean, that's the last thing you want to worry about is when you have your proper setup, maybe Nick down here at the Real Shot tied all your knots properly. Well, these are small knots to begin with, but with the Okuma, they designed this mouth on this line right here to be really, really big, so it'll allow for many different lines, and it will also allow for those junction spots, those knots to slip through there easily and not have to be any issues. So they also have the strike zone line counter system. So I mean, all this stuff is calibrated, measured in the factory, built very, very strong, and it's an aluminum corrosion resistant frame with side plates. Oh, wait a minute. Here, let's bring on this guy. Here he comes. Nick Schneiderwin is here. Let's go to the main screen camera. Nick, hey, buddy. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm still waking up. I haven't had my morning mountain ops yet.
So Nick is in here because Nick is a Great Lakes specialist here at the Real Shot. First of all, how is the fishing right now? Have you had any reports? Have you been out yourself?
I think it's getting better.
It's getting better?
Especially if that warm temps come in. Should turn around real quick. So Nick does a lot of salmon fishing like we talked about. Nick would be the gentleman to help spool up this Okuma reel, but this is one of your favorite reels, is it not? Yeah, it's our #1 selling reel. And it's actually geared towards walleye more.
Okay, more than the Great Lakes stuff? Yep. So like when I was talking about the lead core or the copper, right? We heard some anglers in 2021 head-to-head, they're doing a little singing. That allows you to get that bait down deeper.
Right, yeah.
So when you have this, I mean, this is one thing I noticed right away, that wide mouth under. That's pretty handy for those type of situations.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, this reel is actually a walleye size reel. I wouldn't use this anything
okay.
salmon.
Yep, well that's why we bring you in here, because you're the man with the knowledge.
Yeah, so this is my #1 selling walleye reel. Phenomenal.
Okay, go a little more in depth here. Talk about some of the components and why this is our #1 seller.
Sure, I mean, for the money, it has the quality parts for around $100 and $99.99. What?
Yeah, $99.99. Yeah,
are you kidding me?
He is waking up. He got the sleep out of his eyes. He's seeing that.
Yeah, that's a crazy price for this reel.
Yep. Okay, so continue on with some of the components. I got into some of the aluminum framing, right? Corrosion resistance. There's some stainless steel ball bearings. Can you hit on the ball bearings a little bit for me?
Sure. Yeah, I mean they got 2-to-1.
2-to-1. Yep.
And they're quality ball bearings. I mean, the ball bearing game is out the window. It's quality over quantity nowadays. So. And
that's good. So okay, let's talk about this. So with the trolling system that you're running on, like Lake Winnebago or Lake Erie, what line capabilities do you normally spool these up with for those applications?
So 10XT or 12 big game, it takes 300 yards.
Okay.
And that's a lot of line.
That is a lot of line.
That's a lot of line.
Do you ever do backer on that situation then, or you just go straight?
Monofilament is my backer. So,
okay.
And most people rig with monofilament.
Yep. So. So calibration, we talked about that. Okuma calibrates these right in the factory themselves, so you know that they're super precision. But like any tips, because I asked this during head-to-head last week, but like, when you calibrate it, do you have any tips for somebody that maybe get into this game that wants to step up their line counter or something like that to calibrate it?
Fill it full.
Fill it as full as you can. So fill it right to the T with that 300.
Yeah, fill it full as possible, and then you can take a few feet off if you need to.
Okay. Nice. Lightweight. I mean, this thing is super, super nice. We kind of talked about that Clearview technology, that anti-fogging in there. I mean, it's the drag. Can you enlighten me a little bit more on the drag now, since I was more directed in the salmon world for some reason. Now, what about the walleye side?
Sure. I mean, it's got a great drag for walleyes. I mean, it's gonna work regardless.
It's gonna work
for a while.
For small walleyes, big walleyes.
Walleyes, it's gonna do
the occasional muskie or northern that eats that bait.
Yeah. This is all you need for walleye for sure.
And the biggest thing, I mean, Nick's is starstruck because we're talking about it at $99 right now. That's $120, Nick. It's like foolish for us to put that on sale right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It really is. But that's the thing. That's the point of this show, is to save you money. Get this reel in your hand, because this is one of those things, everybody, that, you know, you buy a line counter to get into the game, and you're like, you go cheap, right? Because it's expensive sometimes to get into with. You can run it like 3 rods per person. Exactly. But now we're saving you a bunch of money. So
if you were looking to
upgrade,
now is the time. Don't know how long this is going to last. And the convector, the little brother, is usually $100. So
you're getting a big brother for the same price.
You're getting big brother for the same price. I jump on it right now.
So, okay, I'm going to ask a question. So we're talking about like 50 of these roughly in stock right now. How many of these reels do we normally sell a year?
A lot.
A lot. So we're talking way more than 50, obviously, and that's at the full retail. People love this reel at $120.
I think the opening order was 80, 90, and we're down to 40.
Yeah, so we're cutting.
We already sold 40, 50 reels already.
And we're
at the regular price.
At the regular price. So now people can scoop this up. There's Father's Day is coming up. I mean, we just saw it, but I mean, we are into the trolling season for sure.
We are, definitely.
Lake Erie, Lake Winnebago.
We're getting into the crawler harness pulling season, and
so this is the one-all reel. You don't, I mean, for crankbaits, for crawler harnesses, this thing will do it all.
Right, yeah. Standard trolling reel.
Standard trolling reel. And like we talked about, I mean, at that $99 price range, you're a fool to not take advantage of that price, especially if you're looking to upgrade. Now, here's a loaded question, Nick, that I'm going to throw at you right away. Those reels, if somebody's looking to upgrade, do we take in line counters on a used program?
We could.
We could. So that's the other thing. If
they're in decent shape, I'll take a few for you.
There it is. See, so you could bring in the old, trade up for the new at $99 on the website, bring it in, and you're going to be the man that spools a lot of these reels up, right?
Yeah, it only takes not even 2 minutes per reel.
2 minutes, yeah. And like, we have a good selection of the line that you would recommend for this right now?
We got plenty of 10XT, 12 big game. If you want to throw the 16 Sunline mono off the shelf, we can do that too. So.
And the big thing too is like that matching up that line diameter. The thing about the mono too is it's actually like it's getting smaller. So like 12 is what the equivalent to 10 used to be in some of those circumstances.
Right. I mean, Sunline 16 is the equivalent of 10XT. 12 big game is the equivalent of 10XT. That's why I'm throwing those numbers out there.
Yep.
Because they're all the same diameter.
They're all the same. So you can beef up your system a little bit more just to make sure that if you do hook into something that's big, you know, you're still going to get that right amount where, like Nick said, about 300 feet or 300 yards. 300 yards.
A lot of line.
That is a lot of line. But you can spool it out in 2 minutes. So it does. They can shop around, take advantage of some deals, some awesome Father's Day sales that are coming up right now, and get this great Okuma reel. I mean, again, everybody, they've been in the game since 1986. So they know the cold water system, they know the trolling system, and they know what rods would go with this. So this is a really good thing. Now, right hand only in this particular reel, right?
Correct. Yep.
So at that, I mean, majority of the people that are going to try to reel with that right hand, but it is offered in left hand as well, right?
Yep. And we'll special order if you really need the lefts.
Okay. Yep. So if you really need a left, so in like the trolling world, so we talked about bass fishing, walleye fishing at one point too. Like a lot of people reel right-handed, right? Is that why this is the most popular reel that we sell in this style? Could be.
Could be. You're not casting and reeling these
right, you're
reels.
Just running
You're
it
just
out.
running it out, reeling it back in. Simple.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
Super simple, and even more simple is $99. I mean, you can't go wrong with that price range.
Absolutely
of
not.
$120 normal retail. Nick said this is his #1 selling reel, and he's he even called us a fool.
Yeah, I was like,
he's like, what are you doing? Why are you selling my reel so cheap right now?
You're putting what on?
Yeah, it's a home run. It's basically what it is, Nick. It's a home run. It's one of those deals that's what the show is all about, everybody, is we're going to give you a reel at a great price because it's like it's too good to pass up. That's the whole point of TRS Live, baby. Let's save you some money. Let's get you out on the water.
Let's do it. Fish. And like Matt mentioned, Father's Day is coming up.
It is coming
up. If you sneak into your husband's rod locker and switch out a few magnets, I don't think he'd be too mad about that. So,
would you be mad if you had some of these on your trolling setups?
Nope.
Nope.
Not at all.
There we
Not
go.
At all.
So again, everybody, now, here's one thing too. It's the Okuma cold water trolling reel. This is the 203D. Now, when I was going through some of the specs, the nice thing about me doing this is I get to research, to do a little bit of homework on this stuff. Can you talk about, or do you have enough knowledge about the self-lubricating gear system that's a part of this stuff?
You know, I haven't.
You don't need to, because it literally takes care of itself.
Right,
I mean, with it self-lubricating in that situation, again, it just goes to show you, everybody, that Okuma has even thought of everything, right? Like,
it's super simple to break the reel down, too.
Yeah, and that's a great point, right? Like, maintenance is one thing that you cannot neglect. And they even send you with a nice little goodie bag here, some reel oil in there. This is for your rod components right in here.
Yeah, if you want to bolt it to your reel or your rod, you certainly can.
All this is right here. And the other thing, too, so I mentioned, Nick, that there's a 1-year warranty on that. That's a manufacturer's warranty.
Exactly.
Right? So if, for some reason, something weren't to go right, do they contact us, or do they contact Okuma directly for that?
Okuma directly.
Go to Okuma directly.
All manufacturer warranties are through the company. Through the company.
So you contact Okuma directly, but you shouldn't have any issues. I mean, again, they thought of everything for you, so you don't have to worry about it. And that 5-to-1 gear ratio, that's a perfect ratio when you're out there trolling on Lake Winnebago, when you're on Erie right now. And the size of this reel, too, it can handle a majority of boards as well, right?
Right.
Meaning, so it can handle the bigger boards, and it can handle the smaller, normal offshore boards.
Right, yeah.
So it's just the perfect deal right now, especially as trolling season is here. Like Nick mentioned, we're rolling into crawler harness season. The Okuma Cold Water, the 203D, is the Reel Shot's most popular reel, and we're silly enough right now that we're going to sell it to you at a discount. Normal retail on this reel is $120. You're going to get it right now for $99.99. Like Nick said too, the question is out there. We don't know how long we're going to discount this reel for. So I wouldn't wait. Do not wait. Add one. No, better yet, add two to your cart.
At that price, it could be gone today. Honestly. Honestly.
It's okay, buddy. Well, we can always order more, and that's the whole point.
Justin, if you're watching,
start ordering more. Get on
that order.
Start ordering more, because orders are coming in. I mean, take advantage of that awesome deal.
Yeah.
If you do have any questions about this reel, too, we've talked about it before. Nick is the man you're going to want to contact. I mean, Mike Williams has good knowledge on this stuff, too, but you're going to want to talk to Nick. Like he said, he quickly came in here. He's like, Matt, stop. It's not a salmon reel. Don't tell people it's a salmon reel. What are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm like Nick. I'm just waking up too here on a Monday morning.
Guess I should have came in a little early.
Yeah, hey, buddy, you saved the day. You aired it perfectly. But yeah, so it's a great deal. $100 on this reel. Father's Day is coming up, and this is. Oh my God! I just got a fin fact. So I'm just going to paraphrase. The Okuma logo stands for, what did you say, man fighting against water or something like that? Fight between man and ocean. There's a fin fact for people this morning. I'm waking up too. So everybody, Reel Shot right now, it's OCW-TRS. Enter that into the screen. You see all the information on there right now. Nick's in shock that we're selling it for $100. So go ahead and snatch up a bunch. Remember, Fixed TV members, if you have a $5 credit left to your account, go ahead and use that towards this if you would like. Otherwise, we have some great products to you. If you are wondering what I'm talking about with that $5 credit, reach out to the email on the website on Fixed TV. We'll get you all straight away. If you are already a Fixed member or becoming a Fixed member, we'll get you taken care of on that. But Nick said it right here, everybody. His #1 favorite reel. He's in shock that we're selling it to you for $99. Snatch it up while it lasts, and then we'll do our best to get more in stock. But that's one thing. Don't wait, because even though we're going to order more, they may not be here for a couple weeks. So it's one of those things that you don't wait. Take advantage of the deal right now that's on your screen, $99. And we got some cool stuff coming up next. I think Nick's going to hang around with me. We're going to get into another partner for this. So coming up next, we're going to get into a Okuma Classic Pro GLT telescope trolling rod. That's the medium 7'10". You see it on your screen right now. It looks like it might partner all right with this reel too.
Definitely.
And now this, we could maybe talk about a little salmon fishing with this rod as we get into that, or are we staying in the walleye world?
Staying in the
walleye
world.
Let's stay right here, partner it up perfectly. All right, everybody, so enjoy these brief commercials, and we'll be right back with more TRS Live.
Hey, it's Matt Trotz here with The Guided Life. We just met up with one of the guys from the crew, and he's like, they're on a hot track, so it's put her 4 high and get on these back roads and scream. Every year that I've been a part of that and I go to that class, I always learn something.
So these guys are gonna join me, and the reason I asked these 2 guys in here is because we got Travis, who does a lot of public land hunting, and then Judd and I are private land, owners and hunters for the most part as well.
Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Hey, we're back, and Nick is still joining me here. We gotta cut Nick free soon. He's got to get down to the floor and get ready to start the day, but the perfect guy again to have in here as we get into the next product that we alluded to before the commercial break. That was the Okuma Classic Pro GLT. That's a telescoping trolling rod. The one that Nick's got here, as he's putting it in the roof, he might have bought one already, it's a 7'10" medium. And Nick obviously saved the day in here. He's reminding me that, Matt, this is a perfect rod to pair with the Okuma reel that we just got done talking about.
Yep, you got it.
So the 7'10" medium, again, is just the all-around perfect trolling rod for walleyes,
Yep,
right?
you got it.
Yep.
As basic as it gets, telescoping with the triangle grip. Completely comfortable.
I like that triangle grip.
It's comfortable.
And the butt end, what did I read
It
here?
fits perfectly right on your finger seams.
Yeah, and it's easy to access it. I mean, it's right there when you grip it. And the other thing too that I noticed here is that the butt grip of this is only about, what did I see here? It's about 12 3/4 inches long. So it's not overly long either. So it's not too big where a kid or somebody with a smaller frame couldn't handle that rod.
Right. Yeah. You just tuck it right under your shoulder, and you're winding.
You're winding and ready to go. And that medium backbone, can you guys talk about that medium setup on a trolling rod? Is that any different medium than like on a regular rod, or the medium is a medium, right?
I mean, for trolling rods, it's a bit different.
A little more stiff or a little more flexible, or what are you thinking on that one?
Well, it's going to have a more of a backbone.
Okay.
Because it's a planer board rod, it's going to be pulling planer boards.
Yep.
So.
Now, one thing when we talked about the Okuma reel, that would be a perfect match to this rod. And again, as you see it on your screen right now, everybody, normal retail price, $42.99. We got it on sale again for $30. So, I mean.
Crazy.
Nick is in shock and awe right now. So this is the perfect counterpart for the reel that we just talked about. And it's one of those things now at that price that we have it at. I mean, this is the perfect setup to get started with. You don't have to pinch pennies now because it's on sale for you.
You can get a reel and a rod
for
the same price.
For the same price as that. It's a no-brainer at that point.
You're getting a free rod.
Yeah, so like we talked about before the commercial with the Okuma reel, like Father's Day is rolling up. Go see what subtle hints right now, because like again, there's a limited inventory right now, right around 45 rods of this style in stock, the 7'10", and that length, right? That length is just perfect enough for running boards out. Maybe even if you're doing a little lead core, some copper.
Yeah, if you've got a smaller boat and you don't want those 8.6 monsters to mess with, the 7'10" is perfect.
And then we figured it out. It collapses down to just around that 6.5 foot mark, so it'll still fit in most conventional rod lockers out there.
Like every rod locker.
Every rod locker known to man. I mean, even if you make one, right, it should fit in there.
Exactly.
But no, so it's gonna be the perfect setup. So again, this is one. Get the reel. Like Nick said, you're basically getting a rod for free right now, and Father's Day is here. Take advantage of that. Fixed TV membership's going to save you an additional $5 off that price. But again, partnered up, Nick's favorite stuff. Now, man, like this, you could do crawler harnesses on this one too, or crankbaits?
Anything trolling.
Big like bandits, everything?
Yeah, everything. You put it on the back of a board and you're trolling.
And ready to roll. So some of the components of this, we have the Fuji reel seat, stainless. You know, there's a lot of stainless steel components on this thing. The total guides, there's 8 plus the tip on this one. It does have a stainless steel hook catcher right here, so you can hook your baits up, keeps it away from the reel portion of it, out of the way. Still can run a nice rod sleeve on it if you needed to. I like the grip, right? It's got a good tackiness to it, so it's gonna.
When it gets wet, it's gonna be a little bit sticky.
Yep, which is good. That's the way you want it to be, because hopefully if it's wet, that means you're catching a bunch of fish. Triangular EVA foregrip, like we said, it's there's so many high-end components to this rod at that $30 price range. You're going to be silly not to take advantage of that deal. So, you know, again, everybody, this is a perfect combination. Okuma has been in the game since 1986. We've alluded to that a bunch today. And they really know the trolling game. So right now, Erie's going, Bago's going. A lot of those systems are fired.
Erie's always going, isn't it?
What's that?
Erie's always going.
It's Erie's always, yeah. Does it ever stop going? I mean, that's the thing. But
They're
there's
always hauling.
You'll see all the social media pictures right now. Everybody's on Erie just crushing fish.
It's silly. Yeah.
And it's like, you want to go? Should we just stop this right now and take this Okuma setup and go?
Let's go.
All right, hey, we're going to see you in Erie. We're going to do TRS Live
Let's go.
Wednesday from Erie. Nick and I putting this Okuma tackle to the paces. But again, everybody, it's one of those really great deals. It's too silly to pass up. And normally, $42.99, you're going to get it for $30. And if you have more in-depth questions, if Nick wants to say, hey, Matt, this ain't salmon setup. Don't try to tell people it's a salmon setup. You know, don't take my word for it. Take this guy's word for it. You know, get the prices on the screen. Check out OCPTTR. Get that at therealshot.com. Put it in the code. Save yourself $5 if you're a fixed TV member. But then you're like, you know what, that dude on TRS Live didn't know what the heck he talked about. Call Nick, 920-750-6140. Talk to him on the sales floor. He's going to be like, man, you're handsome and you know a lot about catching walleyes with Okuma tackle.
Perfect.
Now he's awake, everybody. Look, he's woken up now. Yeah. But again, it's an awesome deal. $30. Take advantage of it. Go to therealshot.com, add it to your cart, put a reel in the mix with all that stuff. I mean, there's a lot of good sales right here at a very high end. Now, this is where we could say now you're on the high end world of trolling.
Yep, quality.
Quality stuff. Okuma, you know, it's just really high-end quality equipment. They put a lot of emphasis into all their products. If it's the reel, if it's the rod, they have everything you need. This is the perfect setup. And basically, the easiest way we can explain it, go buy that reel, the Okuma Coldwater 203D reel, and basically you're going to get a rod for free.
That's it.
That's all we really need to say about this. Is get a couple setups, rebuild that 3 setup that you have right now if you're in the state of Wisconsin. Rebuild it. Right now is the time. Drop some subtle hints. Hey, mom. Hey, dad. Hey, wife. Hey, girlfriend. Whatever it needs to be. I need some Father's Day Okuma gear at the Real Shot.
There's nothing better than fishing with quality equipment.
Yeah, and we've said it's a bunch of times, Nick. It's buy once, try once. It is.
Confidence.
How important is that? When you go out there, you know the tackle, the gear that you're buying is going to absolutely work. So that's one of those deals where you're getting it. The Okuma name is a well-known name in the industry. It's a well-known name here at the Real Shot. We talked about this is our best sellers right here. That's just plain and simple of it. It's our best sellers, but yet we're foolish enough to discount it on TRS Live for you right now. So do not wait. We have some inventory, but at the prices we're selling them at right now, that inventory is going to dwindle fast. I mean, there's a question mark on it. Like, how long is that deal going to be? So if you're wondering how long is the deal going to be, if you're already asking, it probably is too late. You know what I mean? It's like you should have bought it now. So go ahead and take advantage of this rod, or $30. Add the reel, like we already talked about, $30 for the reel. What do we say? $99.99. I'm sorry, $30 on the rod, $99.99 on the reel.
Right.
The perfect setup for walleyes, Winnebago, Lake Erie, anywhere you're trolling. You can pair it with a bunch of different options, boards, crankbaits, crawler harnesses. Perfect setup. So again, everybody, OCPTTR. You see it on your screen right now. Add that to the cart, but we're going to let Nick go, and we're going to go ahead and talk about what's coming up next. And we alluded to this a little bit. I did a brief live telling you about some of the awesome products that Salmo makes as well, and that would be also weird how all these things are working together.
Salmo.
Yeah, how all these things are working together for you today on TRS Live. We're talking walleye fishing, and we have Okuma rod reel, and now we're going to get into some of the great Salmo baits that you're seeing on the screen right now.
Looks pretty sexy right there.
They are. So, all right, everybody. So we'll be right back after we go to these commercial breaks talking about Salmo. It's Matt Trotz here with The Guided Life. We just met up with one of the guys from the crew, and he's like, they're on a hot track, so it's 104 high and get on these back roads and scream. Every year that I've been a part of that and I go to that class, I always learn something. So these guys are gonna join me, and the reason I asked these two guys in here is because we got Travis, who does a lot of public land hunting, and then Judd and I are private land, owners and hunters for the most part as well. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Welcome back, everybody, to TRS Live. Again, I am Matt Trotz talking about a bunch of awesome products today, mostly for the walleye fishermen. Again, thanks to Nick Schneiderwint from the Reel Shop for stopping by and dropping some knowledge on the Okuma products. But again, everybody, I just want to remind you, Fixed TV members, you get a $5 credit every month to your account as long as you are a Fixed TV subscriber. So if you didn't get that information yet, go to the bottom of the page. There's a frequently asked questions portion of it. There's an email on there. Send your information in, and then we'll get you all squared away and start getting you your credit. So start taking advantage of that. We talked about the great Okuma products. So we're continue to roll right in here to Salmo. Now, this bait right here, the Salmo lure, was at one point recognized by in-fishermen as the greatest walleye crankbait of all time. And I don't think in-fishermen's the only place that recognizes the Salmo Hornet as the greatest walleye crankbait. I mean, there are tons of fishermen all over the Midwest that love the Salmo Hornet. If you watched Head to Head last week, you got to see a bunch of walleye anglers on Lake Winnebago utilizing this size right here, the number 4. And the baits that we're talking about in particular, the 4 colors, are the holographic purple, the supernatural perch, blueberry beast, and the last one that we kind of alluded to was parakeet. So those 4 colors are the colors in particular that we're referring to today. The other thing that Salmo is known for is they actually have a lifetime warranty. So again, that's one of those things that contact Salmo. If you had an issue with them, they'll help take care of that product. But here we go. Again, it's holographic purple tiger, supernatural perch, blueberry beast, and parakeet. Parakeet are some of the great baits that you're looking at right here. These are all the size 4. Again, with Salmo, they were out of Poland. and they allow them to have strict regulations on this bait to make sure that it runs as true as you can possibly get. They are tank tested before they leave the factory, and they're crafted by experienced fish biologists and demanding field testers all over the world. So again, they are doing everything they absolutely possibly can to make sure the Selmo crankbait right here is one of the most popular walleye crankbaits you could possibly see. So one thing here, as we go through it, we can see they have a polycarbonate lip on there, so that's going to allow it to bang off some rocks, bang off some structure. It's gonna take a bunch of abuse and still know that when you drop it back in the water, it's still gonna run as true as it did right out of the package. Some of the versions that Selmo has available they have the floating, which we're referring to right here. They also have a sinking, and they also have a super deep runner. So this is one of those awesome baits. And again, as you see your price on the screen, normal retail price looks like $6.99. We have it on sale right now for $5.99. SHCB4 are the code that you're going to enter into the realshot.com website. And again, that's like, if you're a member, you're getting a bait for 99 cents. If you're a fixed TV subscriber, you're getting one of these baits for 99 cents. I mean, it's as simple and as easy as I can explain it. Partner it up with the Okuma stuff that we've already talked about. We are saving you money as you are upgrading or getting into the walleye trolling game. Black nickel hooks. Again, it's just a really awesome product. Selmo, again, the colors we have: holographic purple tiger, supernatural perch, blueberry beast, and parakeet are the 4 colors in particular that you're going to take advantage of. Normal retail, I mean, $6.99 is a really good price for the Selmo. These are one of the things that, when I remember working at the Oshkosh location, so many customers would come in. You didn't even have to ask them what they were searching for. They were searching for the Selmo, because at that time, it was one of the hottest baits that you could find in the Lake Winnebago system. And it really never stopped. This thing is phenomenal. The colors, the finish of these baits is true and true and true. And, you know, as I was thinking about when watching Head to Head last week, I saw Captain Keller's boat. And he had a Selmo right there that was just beat up. I mean, you wonder how many fish that thing has caught. But he said, Matt, I still trust it. Whether the finish is there or the finish is not there, he goes, all I know is when I go to my game day box, he referred to it, and I tie that Selmo on, my confidence is there. I know that when I put that bait down, it's going to run true, and it's going to still catch fish. So that thing was all beat up. I think half the colors were missing. It probably had teeth marks all over it. I mean, because it's an awesome bait, but it's like he knew that confidence in that bait is what was there. And the other thing too that's awesome that I learned about Selmo when I was doing my homework on them is they love feedback from their customers. They love feedback from the anglers that are out there using their products. That's what allows them to fine-tune these baits and make sure that you're getting the high-quality Selmo product. When you see that name on the box, you know that it's trusted by a lot of anglers throughout the Midwest and throughout the world, that it's going to be the bait that you want and trust. So handcrafted, painted, tank tested, and tuned. There's 5 different sizes that are available in the Selmo product as well. The Hornet especially, but you know, the one we're talking about is the size 4. And again, the colors that you're seeing on your screen right now: holographic purple tiger, supernatural perch, blueberry beast, and parakeet are the colors that we're discounting. And again, like, Nick was shocked when he walked up here today. He's like, I can't believe you guys are selling stuff at a discounted price right now. Like, things are hard to find. Things are hard to get in. Why are we discounting? It's because that's what this show is all about. We're here to save you money. We're here to get you out in the water and have a bunch of success. And while you're doing that, if you do have success with maybe one of these 4 Selmo colors or the Okuma stuff like we talked about, share us a picture. Tag us, you know, share your success moments that you've had with some of the items you've maybe seen on TRS Live, or some of the products that you've seen on TRS Live, or you purchased through TRS Live. We share that with us on our social media pages. We'll do our best. Maybe you get it out there, tag you in some stuff as well. So again, Selmo, normal retail price $6.99, $5.99. That code that you see on your screen right now is SHC B4, and we're looking at the colors right here. Again, it's holographic purple tiger. I mean, that purple color is just a stone cold killer on the Lake Winnebago system. And a lot of the chartreuse colors that we saw throughout some of these baits, that natural perch, those are a lot of the colors that you were seeing used last week on that head-to-head event. These, you know, get in the stain water, they work in the clear water. These colors are just tried and true colors, and we're silly enough to discount this stuff right now. So $5.99 is a really, really great price. You partner this with the Okuma walleye setups that we just got done talking about with the rod and the reel, and you know that you're going to go out there and have immediate success. And as always, everybody, when you're looking for more information, you can contact the Reel Shot. You can hit the Reel Shot's Facebook page. You can send a direct message. We'll get that answered for you, or just go to the store, talk to the staff, or call the store, 920-750-6140. Again, it's one of those things, don't take my word for it, take the expert's word for it. Take the people that are on the water, in the woods, using the products day in and day out, that they know. We don't sell things that we don't trust here at the Reel Shot and TRS Live. These are products that we believe in, and we know that you are believers in as well. And like I read to you before, I mean, there's 1,000 million anglers out there that trust in the Selmo name to catch a bunch of quality fish, whether you're looking for that 1 pounder like you saw last week, or you're looking for that 5, 6, 7 pounder, you know, in some other big time formats, or just having fun on the water. Selmo is the bait that you want and you have to trust. Again, floating, they have the floating options. That's what we're talking about right here. There's sinking options, there's super deep runner options. But I mean, look at the colors that are on your screen. Look at those things. Look at the shine. Look at the grit. The sheen, the pure handcrafted, painted, tank tested, awesome stuff. Right now, $5.99 on the Reel Shot website. Take advantage of that awesome deal, because a lot of these products aren't going to last. I mean, the easy thing about it is these deals are meant to move these products. Get them in, get them out, so we can continue to listen to you, the customer, find out what you want and get it ordered in here. But again, these are awesome baits at a great price. Take advantage of it, and while you're there, add that Okuma setup. And for Father's Day coming up this weekend, Dad's going to have that high-end combination with some high-end baits, and he's going to go out there and put supper on the table, or he's going to put another trophy on the wall. So Selmo products, again, get it for $5.99. SHCB4 are the product code that you're going to enter into the reelshot.com. We talked a little bit about it too. Fixed members, basically you're going to get one bait for 99 cents with that $5 credit. And if you have information or need information on where that $5 credit can be found, go to the frequently asked questions portion of Fixed TV to get all that information. But again, recognized by any fisherman as one of the best walleye crankbaits ever, of all time. That's a bold statement from a very recognizable source in fishermen. So the Selmo is tried and true. It's proven. Take advantage of that deal right now, but we're going to continue on. We're going to flip places here a little bit, and coming up next, we're going into the bass world, where I think we're going to bring in Kyle Carpenter, the man that knows a bunch about crushing big bass, smallies, and largies. So we're looking at the power bait. This is the Max Scent Creature Hog in the 4-inch. That's coming up next. So as we go to these commercial breaks, we've already brought to you a bunch of savings, and we're going to continue on bringing some savings. So we'll be right back here to more TRS Live after these commercial breaks. It's Matt Trotz here with The Guided Life. We just met up with one of the guys from the crew, and he's like, they're on a hot track, so it's 104 high, and get on these back roads and scream. Every year that I've been a part of that and I go to that class, I always learn something. So these guys are going to join me, and the reason I asked these two guys in here is because we got Travis, who does a lot of public land hunting, and then Judd and I are private land, owners and hunters for the most part as well. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.
We are back to TRS Live. Looking over the sales floor, starting to get amped up here. They're short before opening here.
Can't wait.
I can't wait either. So, we talked a lot about walleye fishing today, mostly on the trolling side of it with the great Okuma rod, the great Okuma reel. Then we talked about the Selmo colors, the 4 hot colors. Now, Kyle's coming in. Kyle, you just got off the water. This is Kyle Carpenter. You fished all weekend. How did it go, buddy?
It didn't go great, but anytime you're fishing, it's better than working. Right?
That is very
It's never
true.
a bad day to fish.
That's right. That is right. So, Kyle, power bait, holy smokes. I mean, where do you end and where do you start with that stuff?
Yeah, the max scent is one of the hottest trends in fishing right now, and this is another great bait that we got from them, the Creature Hog.
The Creature Hog. So this is the Power Bait Max Scent Creature Hog. This is the 4-inch, and the colors that we're going to be referring to today are watermelon candy, smoke black purple, and black blue fleck. Any one of these your favorites?
This is my favorite right here, actually.
This
the black
one?
blue fleck. I flip this a lot. I use this bait, heavy cover type flipping. I will put it on the back of jigs. I actually use this identical bait on Saturday on a tournament on Green Lake. Didn't catch any fish on it.
But that's not the
I
bait's
used it.
fault.
I had it on the back of a jig skipping around docks. So I like using a beaver style bait when skipping around docks, and this bait is it's hardy, it's flat, helps skip, and it holds up really
Yeah,
well.
Aaron, yeah, can you see that? I mean, here, it's got to always remember, look at this thing. I mean, we're stretching this. That rib body, that thing's crazy, but it's super strong.
Yeah, the tentacles, the appendages stay on as well when you're skipping it around, bouncing off pontoons like we all do, right?
Yeah, Doc Daniels, big shout out.
Yeah, it's great. It gives that bait the scent. You don't have to add any scent to it then.
Yep.
You know, so.
And that's what the ribbing is for. As you look on this bait, I can try to stretch it out here a little bit. That ribbing in this body, that's what allows for the max scent to get out there. And that's the other thing too, is as you look at this color, the dull color to it, that matte style color is what it's more of the natural finish. They realize Berkeley did. They're like, you know what? There's a lot of fancy colors that you can do out there, but most things in nature are not fancy colors.
Right, they're matte finished. And like you mentioned earlier, this comes in an array of colors. The colors we have today are all great colors.
They're solid colors. And just like we've done so far today, I mean, we've put a lot of products on sale that shouldn't be on sale. And this is another one. So it's normally $6.99, $5.49 right now per pack, and this is an 8-count package. And when you throw plastics, right, even though this thing is super durable, my son actually said this to me yesterday. He was like, "Dad, I'm going through a bunch of plastics." I go, "That's good. That means we're into fish." Yep. That's usually a good sign. When the deck of the boat or the floor of the boat is covered in plastics, that means you're into fish, which is a good day.
That's why you buy them.
That's why you buy them. And I'm like, well, you should start watching TRS Live because I'll save you some money next time you need some more plastic. Yeah, I'm like, this might be a reason we're talking about these things today because they work. I mean, the simple thing about it, I mean, there's so many times we can tell everybody, Berkeley's been in the game forever. They've been a big part of the industry. 1937 is when they first got started. You know, him, the owner or the creator of Berkeley, just making it happen, and then just getting better and always improving. Like one thing, I through head-to-head, right, I've got to talk to some of the Berkeley representatives. I got to talk to the scientists behind at Berkeley. And if you follow along in their socials, they're always coming up with new baits. And they're always pushing the envelope on what they can do and what they can make. It's unbelievable. I mean,
and Max Scent did that. Max Scent did that with, they started off really slow, and my catch rate goes up when you put on Max Scent.
Yeah, and
100%.
Kyle asked me before, he goes, "Matt, what does that smell like?" And I said, "It smells like hook sets." I mean,
It smells like success.
Smells like success. So this is an awesome bait. The Matt score of hook set rating, this is probably a 10. But so super lifelike action, strong or soft enough to still give you good action, but durable enough to hook multiple fish.
Yeah, and this isn't a one-fish bait either. If you Texas rig this just by itself, you're going to get multiple fish out of this. They don't rip real easy. They, like I said, they're really durable.
Yeah, I mean,
they're bulky, if that's what you're looking for.
Yep. And so when you rig this, now, according to the Berkeley website, right, they recommend a number of different, like you said, Kyle, you could put it on a jig trailer, Texas rig it, you could Carolina rig it, you know, they even said you could shaky head this thing.
Yeah, and I fish this quite a bit for smallmouth just on a football jig by itself.
Okay.
Just strut it on, drag it just like you would any other tube type bait or a chigger craw, for example. It's a little more finesse, doesn't do as much as a chigger craw.
The thing that's interesting is, like, as we're playing around with it here, it almost feels wet. Doesn't it? It feels wet to the touch.
Inside the bag, you can see the moisture.
There's moisture in there.
In the bag. That is the scent inside of the bag.
Yeah.
So as you leave these things sit out, they'll actually dry up. If you leave them on a hook for a long period of time and don't use them, they'll actually dry up. So these you do not want to store in a Plano box. You want to keep them in these bags.
In a bag.
And you want to keep that scent in there. I'll actually sneak some other baits in this once in a while and just
I'll do the same thing. I'll do the same thing. But they say, even though it slightly dries up, it still lasts a long time. And they even recommend, like, not recommend, but they say even out of the package for a while, it'll still give you the same max scent, Berkley known fish catching ability. And like, one of the things too that I find is awesome, and it even says it right on here, catch 45% more fish. Well, if you dig into that a little bit more, they say more than the original power bait. 45% more fish than the original Berkley power bait. That's a bold statement from the company.
All the science they put behind it, they claim the fish hold on to it 30% longer. Well, 30% on a hook set, prior to a hook set to a bite, is a long time for a fish to hang on to a bait. So
yeah, well, and like you were mentioning, when you're fishing in some heavy cover with this thing, there's times where you're like, there's just weight. And am I in the weeds? Am I wrapped around something? And then all of a sudden you feel that tug back. Well, that's 30% longer of a chance that you could check that fish 2 or 3 times and make sure the hook set is tried true.
Yeah. And the price point at $5.49 for an 8-pack that's an awesome price again on a Berkley Max Scent bait. Again, one of the most popular, probably has the most traction in the industry right now, is Berkley Max Scent.
Yep. In all their different prices.
Yeah, every one of their products.
Yep.
The Creature Hog, again, is, for myself, I use it as a jig trailer a lot. I punch this on a big heavy weight. This bait, I'll use it all kinds of different ways. There's some guys, some of my buddies will even drop shot these.
Really?
Yeah.
There's
something
secret
different,
information for
something
free.
different, something bigger. You expose it with a drop shot, a straight shank drop shot hook, and you can drop shot it.
And now the size of this at that 4-inch, it's not too overpowering either, where it's, you're still going to be able to get the good fall rates that you want too.
Right.
So if it like you said, if it is Carolina rigged or anything like that, it's still going to give you a nice slow fall depending on how you have it rigged.
Yep.
Where that's, you can get a lot of reaction bites just on the drop alone. And then when you yo-yo it in a mat or you yo-yo it in the grass or whatever it may be, that's what's going to, look at these appendages. Those things are crazy. They're huge, and they have a lot of natural lifelike movement to it.
A lot of water movement in them.
So again, it's just a super strong natural bait, that matte color, the 45% more fish catching ability over even the power bait. This is one of those awesome deals. And reminder, again, the watermelon candy, smoked black purple, and black blue fleck. That, you said that's your personal favorite?
Yeah, black blue fleck is all around the best color for me.
And it doesn't matter the watercolor in that situation?
Clear water, dirty water, it doesn't matter.
We've had conversations too, like just sometimes change it up a little bit.
Yeah, I like this color because it's dark, but it's not black.
Yep.
If that makes sense. And it can be a lot of different things. So
yeah, as you say that, you kind of hold it in the light, you can kind of see there, you can really get the look at that fleck that's in there. It's just an all-around proven bait. Berkley does a great job. No, neither is the smell.
It smells good.
It does. It smells like success, like you said. So everybody, this is one. Take advantage of that deal right here. We're crazy starting a Monday morning for discounting products. But we are most definitely selling you this at a discount, $5.49. Normal retail price, $6.99. Again, the colors, watermelon candy, smoked black purple, black blue fleck. Some great fish catching colors out there. Super strong, durable bait. That's one thing too, as I'm like pulling this apart, I'm like, man, my hook is not going to like penetrate this in a way like it's going to tear it.
And it's still soft enough where you're going to get that, it's going to slide up out of the gap of the hook.
Yep, and it'll allow you to get a lot better hook sets, especially when those fish are biting it and not going to let go like Berkley says. So $5.49, that code, if you can't read it on the screen right now, is BPBCH, and that's the 4-inch. That's the Berkley Power Bait Max Scent Creature Hog. Kyle Carpenter's favorite is one of the colors, black blue fleck. Smoked black purple, watermelon candy, normal retail price $6.99. On sale today at TRS Live for $5.49. Again, that's one of those things, if you are a fixed TV subscriber, you're getting an 8-pack for 49 cents.
All right, can't beat it.
You can't beat it. So go ahead. Go to the frequently asked questions portion of the Fix TV if you are a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber yet, please do subscribe. That helps support all of this stuff. The Fix platform has head-to-head on it. You can go ahead and watch the original head-to-head episodes. There's the chat is in there as well. Don't forget, hey, everybody, TRS Live has a chat too. So if there's any questions or you want to say hi or, what's up, drop it in the comments, drop it in the chat. They will relay those messages to myself and Kyle here. But fishing it like a jig trailer, shaky head, Texas rig, Carolina rig, so many different applications for the Creature Hog and that 4-inch from Berkeley. So $549 is the price, everybody. Take advantage of that. Take advantage of the other great products you saw today here on TRS Live, the Okuma rod reels. Then we talked about the Salmo baits. We're crazy starting off on Monday selling products at a discount, but that's exactly what TRS Live is all about. The other thing too, before we sign off for today, follow us, like us, go on all the Reel Shop platforms, whether it's TRS Live or the Reel Shop. Follow along. And if you do have any more in-depth questions about some of the products you've seen here or on some of the other TRS Lives, you can either call the store, 920-750-6140. There's a portion on the website you can send messages to or send an email to, or you can just reach out in the socials. It might be the best way if you have any other questions too. Send a chat, send a message. We'll get back to you. We'll get all the right answers. So we got some great products today. Hopefully they worked out well for you. We took advantage of some of the savings. Don't wait. We don't know how long some of these products are going to be on sale. When they start selling, baby, we're going to hold out a little bit longer, but snatch those deals up while you can. And I'm going to be back here again Wednesday and Friday this week. We're starting a show at 9 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. TRS Live, all about the savings. Looks like the store is opening up. People are flooding on in. So again, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in this Monday morning. Hopefully we saved you a bunch of money. And I will see you Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.